The recent revelations regarding Prime Minister Andrew Holness's financial dealings have cast a shadow over his leadership, with the Integrity Commission (IC) report raising critical questions about his company's tax filings, significant monetary transfers, and overall transparency. The investigation, which uncovered 28 additional bank accounts and flagged discrepancies in the movement of over $400 million across Holness's personal companies, points to potential breaches of financial regulations. One of the key issues raised in the IC's report was the filing of nil tax returns by companies connected to Holness, despite some of them reportedly engaging in business activities. The case of Green Emerald giving a $20 million loan to Positive Media Limited, while filing zero tax returns, exemplifies this discrepancy. While the IC acknowledged that companies can provide loans even when operating at a loss, it emphasized that the larger issue lies in the lack of disclosed income and expenses, which raises red flags regarding transparency and adherence to tax laws. Furthermore, the IC highlighted the movement of substantial sums between Holness-linked entities, such as the transfer of $72 million from Positive Media Limited to Imperium Limited. Such transactions have raised suspicions about whether these companies have been operating with undeclared income or expenses. The Commission's decision to refer Holness's financial dealings to the Financial Investigations Division, FID, signals that there may be deeper layers of undisclosed activity. Holness has publicly defended himself, insisting that his success is the result of hard work and that no illicit activity has been proven. He emphasized that 3,600 transactions and 28 bank accounts were scrutinized without any evidence of illicit enrichment. However, the IC report suggests that the complexity of Holness's financial affairs has hindered a full conclusion of the investigation, especially given his refusal to provide certain critical information. The Prime Minister's legal team is now preparing to pursue a judicial review of the IC's decision to refer his case to the FID. They are seeking to leverage Section 6(3)(a) of the Integrity Commission Act, which provides the IC with independence in its investigations, subject only to judicial review. This legal route suggests that Holness is prepared to challenge the IC's findings and actions, which further complicates the narrative. Holness's political opponents, particularly opposition leader Mark Golding, have seized on the report to argue that the Prime Minister's credibility is severely damaged. Golding called for Holness to step aside or call fresh elections, asserting that the IC's inability to certify the Prime Minister's declarations has tainted Jamaica's reputation, both locally and internationally. He further contended that the movement of millions between Holness's companies and the filing of nil tax returns are indicative of possible violations of Jamaica's tax laws, warranting deeper investigation. On the other hand, while Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal JAMP Executive Director Jeanette Calder welcomed the finding that Holness had not been implicated in illicit enrichment, she noted the extraordinary findings concerning his foundation, Positive Jamaica. Calder also expressed concern about Holness's criticism of the IC, interpreting his statements as an attempt to politicize the investigative process and undermine the Commission's credibility. Analysis. This unfolding saga reveals two central dynamics. First, Holness's defense rests on the argument that he has done nothing wrong, and that the extensive investigation has yielded no concrete evidence of corruption or illicit enrichment. His narrative centers around his humble beginnings and the fruits of his hard work, which positions him as a victim of unfair scrutiny. However, the sheer complexity of his financial dealings and his company's apparent non-compliance with tax regulations suggest there may be deeper governance and transparency issues at play. Second, the opposition and civil society's framing of the situation focuses on the broader implications for Jamaica's governance and international standing. The referral of Holness's case to the FID highlights concerns about financial irregularities, even if they do not rise to the level of criminality. The opposition's call for the Prime Minister to step aside underscores the gravity of the IC's findings and the potential political fallout. Conclusion. Whether or not Prime Minister Holness has engaged in illegal activities remains a matter for the courts and investigative bodies to determine. However, this controversy underscores the importance of transparency, ethical governance, and the need for clear accountability in public office. Holness's challenge of the IC's findings through a judicial review could set a significant precedent in how integrity investigations involving high-ranking officials are handled in Jamaica. Your thoughts on this matter might center around whether Holness is being unfairly targeted, or whether the magnitude of his financial activities should prompt stricter scrutiny. What is clear is that this episode has significant implications for the Prime Minister's political future and Jamaica's political landscape. Feel free to share your thoughts. Is Holness the victim of unjust accusations, or are there legitimate concerns about his financial dealings? Like, share, and subscribe to Jamaica Diaspora Diaries for more insights on this developing issue.